Okay, hi everyone. My name is Janessa Green, and I did chapter 7, but it's not real life. The artificiality, criticism, and psychology. So what's important in chapter 7? The first one is natural isn't always necessary. Scientists sometimes plan certain conditions to make variables pry apart. Scientists sometimes manipulate natural conditions because humans cannot monitor their physiological functions and their external feedback. In order to find out more about these functions, we need to be in a certain condition. Okay, and the second one is applications of psychological theory. Every medical advance in helping humans, illness is from the information from animal studies. Psychology is applied in real life in many great ways, but only a little is made public. The third one is college sophomores' problem. It is known that college sophomores are the main participants in a lot of large studies of psychological investigation. Okay, here is some clarification on natural isn't necessary. If researchers restricted some of their research, they would never know some of the phenomena that they know when restricting participants in natural conditions. Some examples for that is biofeedback techniques. This is used in areas such as migraines, intention headache control, even hypertension treatment, and relaxation training. So Stanovich states that if researchers weren't allowed to manipulate or control their environments in a special way, then we would never understand half the things we know now about our bodies. We as humans cannot understand physiological functions and external feedback if we are not put in special conditions. Okay, so clarification about application of psychological theory. The first thing you need to know is that the basic behavioral principles of classical and operant conditioning are the principles and the laboratory laws are basically made from experience from non-human subjects such as rats, pigeons, and monkeys. Non-human subjects tests have helped humans get treatments for their problems. For example, developments of behavioral medicine, stress reduction, psychotherapy, effects of aging on memory, drug effects and fetal development, treatment for chronic pain, and many more. These experiments and tests that are made on these animals have helped psychology and has been applied in real life in a large number of ways, but little is known to public. And now clarification about college sophomore problem. College sophomores are known to be the representative of most, if not all, psychological findings. Psychologists are worried that most of the findings that are found with college sophomores are the real problem. College sophomores are known to play a big part in large numbers of psychological investigations. Some psychologists should be worried that their experiment conclusions should not rely too much on the method of particular subject population. Stanovich thinks that cross-cultural psychology can help fix the college sophomore problem, but is not the main solution with psychology as a whole. This is an important key point because we know that when trying to do experiments, we cannot focus on one group or one population when trying to explain the whole population. So it's kind of hard for psychologists and scientists to find participants, and the main ones are sophomores. Okay, so finally, my question to you is, do you think that manipulation in an experiment is more helpful or less helpful? And do you think psychology has had a huge impact on the public? Why or why not? No. Think about what we said in the lesson. Most researchers have to manipulate or make their research unnatural so that they are able to understand their experiments that can later help humans' health or just to understand the human body. What I hoped that you learned from this chapter was that natural is not necessary when doing experiments, and that almost everything that helped humans get treatment or medical advancement was because of the tests that were made on non-humans. And lastly, the sophomore problem is something that needs to be fixed, because psychologists can't depend on their conclusions or findings if their experiments are focused on one age bracket or a group of people. Okay, that's it. Thank you for watching and listening.